haven't got time. What do you want?
Can you tell me, why is that chapel in the graveyard locked?
The old chapel? I'll tell you why. It's locked because nobody has any business going in it.
Can you open it for me?
No, I couldn't. Nobody is allowed to go there, like I said.
But you have the key to it, right?
Exactly. And it's going to stay that way.
I have to get into that chapel at all costs. How could I possibly obtain the key? How about you lend me your key? I'll return it in a little while. You could watch my wallet for me in the meantime.
Well, a little extra added to that lousy salary of mine would come handy.
So, what do you say?
No, it's not possible. I can't do it. The head nurse would really enjoy the chance to fry my backside. I can't risk somebody finding out.
Too bad. I'll keep the wallet to myself then. I won't be keeping you any longer.
Good.
I must be quiet so I won't get caught. This time, I wouldn't have any explanation. I'm lucky there's no one here. I've got to take advantage of that before somebody comes. How do I obtain the keys to that chapel? I'll have a look around here. I've got to come up with something. No spare keys, just an old pair of rubber boots. Personal stuff. I'll leave it as it is. The door of the boiler is very hot. I will get burnt. The smoke from the rubber would go out through the chimney. That wouldn't help. This should attract some attention. Now, I've got to get going. Maybe I went a bit too far with those boots. Hopefully none of the smoke has gotten into the building. Oh, we left the key keys in the lock. I'll go. James's body. I need a little hair for comparison with the sample that Herman was clasping in his hand. I need to use something to cut off a little hair. I don't want to touch him with my hands. A broken glass. This should do. Where could I have a close look at it? Well, maybe just. I'll go back to the morgue and use Herman's microscope. Set up properly now. I can use it. The samples differ. Even I can see that. It wasn't James who killed Herman. But who was it then? Who's got a black? Morris. Morris isn't here. Where could he have gone? A letter. Strange things have been happening around here. It all began a few days after the funeral of old Mr. Gordon, when his heir Samuel returned to the manor.
Then his heir Samuel returned to the manor. I haven't got a clue as to what's going on. But when somebody finds this note, I'll be far away already. It seems to me that detective wants to frame me for Henry's murder, so I won't be hanging around. I'm going to go while there's still time. Feel free to keep my last month's wage, and don't bother looking for me. I won't be returning. Morris.
Morris has run away. I knew he couldn't be trusted. What if it was he who committed the murders? Morris's cap. I found a little hair. I should examine it closely. Maybe this sample will match the one Herman was clasping in his hand. No, Morris isn't the murderer I'm looking for either. But if it isn't him, then who? Bates?
Yes, sir?
Bates, I have just returned from Ashbury. I spoke with the head nurse, and,
Any news of Sir Robert?
well, unfortunately,
From your tone, I anticipate bad news.
it's worse, Bates. Much worse. Robert is dead.
What? Sir Robert? That's inconceivable. Oh my, I sensed something terrible would happen. All this time since Sir Robert disappeared. This is going to be a tremendous shock for Madam.
Maybe it would be preferable not to let her know, at least for the time being.
But how could we possibly not tell her about this?
Bates, we cannot tell her now. Try to understand. We need to give this some time.
But Madam will continue to look for Sir Robert. She will find out the truth by herself soon anyway, and things will be worse for her.
Believe me, Bates, the later she learns about Robert's death, the better.
Oh, you are probably right, sir. We have to give Madam more time. The news would destroy her right now. Would you excuse me now, sir? I need to organize my thoughts.
I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Robert's study. I feel as though he were watching me even now.